7 roads, here we are again. Day 3, the last day. Thanking drivers again for their service. Thanking the vendors that help facilitate the drivers to make sure that we're getting down the road, hauling the nation's freight. Today, we have a whole lot of superstars in this here stage tonight. No, I'm joking. That's Run DMC. I'm sorry. A whole different conversation for a different time. But anyway, we have, who we got here? We got Mr.
Man, I'm Jamal with Apple Capital out of Dallas, Texas.
And what do you do?
Now, I specialize in equipment financing for owner-operators, company drivers needing trucks and trailers for their trucking companies. So we're the only black-owned finance company in the Dallas area that specializes in transportation.
We just went by the Federal Reserve. Are you Jewish?
I'm far from Jewish.
You're not Jewish?
I'm not Jewish, man. Not Jewish.
You said black-owned?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Business?
Yes, sir.
You got money?
We got money for y'all.
And you can lend money to drivers?
For drivers, owner-operators.
Do you got to be Jewish to get the money?
You definitely ain't got to be Jewish.
Here we go. I'm sorry. So you have a business, black-owned business.
Black-owned business.
Where you help fund and finance the trucking industry.
That is correct. That is correct.
So what kind of credential or qualifications do you have to get?
You know, the biggest thing that we look for is we look for people that have industry experience. That's the one thing that separates a good trucking company from a trucking company that may struggle is having the knowledge. So, you know, whether you have a 700 credit score or 500 credit score, we probably have a finance program for you, but the biggest thing is going to be whether you have the industry experience. You could have an 800 credit score, but you know how to operate the equipment. It's going to be really hard for you to be able to be successful in this transportation company if you don't understand how to be able to operate the equipment that it takes to be able to hold the loads.
So you're not so much interested in calling people FICO or DUNS? Because like when I go looking for loans, they say they call me DUNS or they call me DNB or they call me FICO. I don't know if that's a bad word or not. They be calling me FICO.
Well, here's the thing about it, man. Everybody has a credit FICO, right? And when you don't have commercial credit, they have to go off of your personal FICO to make sure that you're strong enough to be able to guarantee your business.
Right.
Now, what we do is we do commercial loans because we feel it's important for an individual to separate his personal transactions from his business transactions, right?
Okay.
So if you're buying a $60,000 truck, you don't want to put $60,000 worth of debt on your personal credit. So we'll structure a commercial loan to put it on your business name and allow you to be able to build up your DUNS and build up your pay name and the things that
so
you
they wouldn't
need.
call me a bad word.
They won't call you a bad word.
Okay.
They definitely won't call you a bad word.
That's good news. That's good news. So what is the average Joe that comes to you? Just set me up, paint me a picture of I come to you with a 500 credit score. What's the first thing you want to do to help me get in position to get financed?
Well, the first thing I want to find out is I want to find out how dire the need is for you to sit against the wall and you need that truck right then and there. If you're in a 500 tools that you need to get up into maybe the low to mid 600s, so I can qualify you for a better finance program.
What if I got a 60 DUNS? I got a 60 DUNS. My DUNS numbers are 60. My DUNS numbers at 60. My experience at 44, and my personal credit is at 5.
I'm still going to ask you the same questions, right?
Same question?
I'm still going to ask you the same questions because even regardless of what your DUNS number is, right? If your personal FICO isn't where it needs to be at, you can't guarantee for your business if you aren't strong enough.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So again, I'd rather put you in a program where we can get you where you need to be at, so I can deliver a more aggressive finance program, because that's what I like, that's what I pride myself in, is helping our people be able to find programs that are beneficial and help them grow their trucking company, right? I don't want to put you in a program where you got to put 25 to 30% down and pay a 30% interest rate and feel like you're stuck, right? You're not going to leave Apple Capital in 3 months and be like, you know what? I don't really feel like that was a good deal for you, right?
Absolutely.
I'd rather tell you no right now, give you the tools that you need so we can turn it into a yes in 90 days and put you in a better finance.
Absolutely. Call Mr. Jamal. Is the only certain people should call you, like 500 and above, or?
No, anybody that is interested in purchasing any kind of commercial equipment for their business, give me a call, because even if I can't help you today, I may have a program in 90 days for you, or maybe 60 days, right?
Absolutely.
A lot of people, when they go buy commercial equipment, they don't know what it takes to be able to get approved, right? they relate it to the last time they bought a Nissan Altima at the dealership, right?
At the buy here, pay here.
At the buy here, pay here, or even at the regular Nissan car lot. Right?
Oh, right.
Buying a retail piece of equipment and a commercial piece of equipment are night and day.
Two different animals.
What I look for from an underwriter standpoint is a lot different on the retail side than it is on the commercial side. Right? A lot more moving parts. Right?
Call. How do we get a hold of you, Jamal?
First of all, we're on every social media website at Apple Capital Group. Also, you can go to www.applecapitalgroup.com, or you can contact me directly at 214-731-7871. Again, my name is Jamal Dean. I'm the Director of Transportation. So if you guys fill out an application, it comes directly to me, and I'll walk you through the whole process.
And who did you bring here with you?
This is Miss Nikki Brown.
Let's give Nikki a seat. Get in front of the mic. We need to hear from you, Miss Nikki. Thank you, Mr. Jamal. No, you can sit here. Sit here. Oh, right. Is that are you any kin to Foxy?
Foxy Brown?
Yeah.
Some say we.
First cousins?
Yeah, we first cousins. You saw how I knew who you were talking about.
Yeah. I got a line from it, but I can't say it on the film.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Keep it on the low.
G-rated. So, what do you do?
I'm CEO of Express Logistics and
You gotta
Permits.
speak up. I'm sorry. We got an apple for you.
I am CEO of Express Logistics and Permits Incorporated in Memphis, Tennessee.
In Memphis?
Oh yeah.
So what does that mean? What do you do?
We're a multifaceted company in that we are a motor carrier.
Okay.
My husband is a driver. We have 2 trucks for the company, and also we're a service provider.
What's your husband's name?
He's right behind you, Steve Nelson.
Steve Nelson? Can we get Steve Nelson on the camera?
He's recording right now.
And thank you for your service, driver.
You're welcome.
All right. Back to Miss Brown.
So again, we have the motor carrier side, and then we're a service provider. So anybody who's looking to get into trucking, brokering, we do everything. I do everything but drive and fix a truck. So we set them up for a company that is solid, from the business plan to the corporation to if they're interested in becoming minority certified, we do the IFTAs, the 2290s, the base plates, we do all of it. We help them to get started as well as to help them maintain the business, the workflow. We do quarterly classes, which is called From Driver to CEO, which Jamal has been a guest speaker on.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so we're doing our next upcoming class, September the 15th. And the purpose of that class, I've had a lot of people to ask me about freight brokering, what do they do? A lot of people get their broker license, but it stands right there, stays there.
Right. As far as before they actually get the insurance.
Right. Well, no. In order for you to have the authority active, you have to have the broker bond. So once they have complied with the requirements of the FMCSA, they don't know what to do from there. They just know they want to make money.
Right.
So they need a blueprint. So we provide them with the blueprint. Everybody needs to become educated. Trucking is a big money game. Everybody wants a piece of it, but everybody doesn't want to do the work that's necessary to sustain the money that they're looking to make.
And that's been my experience. A lot of guys will get the authority, but they'll get the number,
Right.
But then they won't get the insurance. They won't follow up because when they start hearing 15, 20.
But it's a big money business. You gotta spend money to make money. That's number one.
Yeah, but they starting with crumbs.
But here's the deal. I mean, you have to sacrifice. It gets greater later. You got to prioritize.
I'm sorry, can you run that back? You got to do what?
You got to sacrifice.
You got to do what?
It's a sacrifice. You got to prioritize.
So your first check, you're not gonna make $1 million?
Of course not, unless you get your people. I had to slide that in there.
But here's the thing. This is crucial. Well, first of all, who's Batman and who's Robin?
I mean, this is a separate entity. He's with Apple Capital.
Yeah, but you guys work. I mean, you got to.
Well, yes, I bring him.
You're like the one-stop shop here.
Oh, definitely a one-stop shop. But I have business affiliates. So anytime that I have a company, people who are wanting to get set up with their own authority, and of course they're looking for equipment, they automatically go to Jamal.
Absolutely.
Because I have a trusted circle of affiliates. If everything is going well, that's who I send the business to. So that's where our relationship comes into play. He's an excellent speaker. He's knowledgeable as to the industry that he represents. So, of course, I'm going to send business his way, and he sends business my way.
I have one more question for you. Well, I got several questions, but as far as the tape, guys that still want to run illegal, what's your message to the outlaws? When they get their own, once they got their own authority, everything is on the line. They got a dog in the fight. What is your message to the outlaws?
Well, my message is naturally I'm a different breed because me and my husband been in the business 25 years. I've been in 15 years. I mean, we've been there, done all that. Things have changed. The rules, the regulations are more stringent. It's becoming more technology based. You know, brokers are going to apps. You got the ELDs and things of that nature. Do it right the first time. Pay the fee the first time so that you're not paying more on the back end thinking you're saving by cutting corners on the front end. So anytime I have them to come in or I talk to them, the only way I can set you up is the appropriate way.
So when the boys do come to the office,
Boys and girls.
and the girls, DOT boys, the DOT girls, when they do come to the office, do they call you? When they get their order, do they call you? When
Of course.
when the DOT is asking for 50 grand off the hot,
But
off
they're
the
not
top?
gonna ask them for that because if I set them up, they're right, and I maintain their information. But I also teach them because it could be to a point where I'm not around. You need to know how to maintain your company, so therefore you need to be engaged in what's going on with your business. So I've sat in on many audits with DOT. So I tell anybody I'm setting up their authority for, you got an audit coming sooner than later. 3 months. It used to take 12 months. They got 18 months, but now it's coming 2-3 months later. They really haven't even done any running, which is to their benefit because you really don't have much paperwork for the DOT officer to scrutinize at that point.
I now know who Batman is.
Okay. So, everybody is getting set up. Now, it's a strain because they're not used to running things in a legal manner. They're used to cutting corners,
Come on.
but you got to spend some money. I charge and I'm not cheap, but I'm great at what I do. And the service that you're going to get behind, contracting me or me being your consultant, you're going to get what you pay for. But my heart is in making sure you're a success because me and my husband, we didn't have a blueprint. We spent ridiculous amounts of money trying to figure it out,
and they change the game.
Or listening to what other people say, because if other people knew the game, they would be far ahead of where we are, not on the same level. So I'm trying to get people to understand if there's a blueprint in place, don't reinvent the wheel. Just follow the structure.
How do we get a hold of you, Ms. Brown?
You can give me a call on the office phone at 901-347-8788, or you can go to Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. We're under Express Log in Perm. That's EXPRESSLOG, the letter N, PERM. Or you can go to the website at www.expresslogandperm.com.
Sovereign Roads, I hope y'all listening. I hope y'all paying attention. I want to thank you for your service.
You're more than welcome.
I want to thank you, brother, for your service. Trying to keep the dream alive. And I want to hug you, man. 25 years? 25 years in the game. Thank you for your
I need
service.
a platinum ring for that.
One more question. How many lives in an 11-hour shift going down the road do you save?
I mean, thousands.
How many people go home to their family? How many people make it to soccer practice for their kids because of you?
Everybody. Everybody
Is
go
it?
home to sleep. Everybody go home, see their kids. Everybody.
Was it because they're a superhero, or they just did a real? Or is it because you're a superhero, or because they just made a real bonehead move in front of you in a semi?
Both. I said both. I plead the fifth on that one.
He says it's both. Sometimes I'm like, I can't believe they did that. I can't believe they did that. It's 80,000 pounds.
But my awareness is for everybody. I drive for everybody. I'm gonna be aware of my surroundings and the actions of everybody. So, kind of like driving for them and myself.
One more question. With Miss Brown here, your lovely wife, I'm going to ask you, how many holidays have you missed? Anniversaries, kids' birthdays, special events, kids. Are y'all Jewish? Do y'all have bar mitzvahs? How many bar mitzvahs have you missed because you had to finish out the load?
Very seldom. Very.
And just seldom?
Very.
You got a magic carpet or something?
You got me.
I just got that phone call that just don't never stop. You're going to be here, you're going to be there. Whatever you do, you're going to be there. Make sure you be there.
But you're doing it for yourself.
But I'm doing it for myself.
You don't have a big box company telling you, no, brother, you got to finish out that load before you go home and see your family?
I'm already on it the week of or the month of. Say, hey, I'm gonna be off. That's the purpose of me doing this, so I would never have to work on holidays.
This is one truly sovereign brother.
He put that time in already.
He put that time in already.
Plus, I love the turkey and she can cook. Oh my God.
We out of here. Now, we're getting X-rated now. We gotta go. It's a family show. Thank you, Sovereign Rose. Thank you, family. And we out.